Neil Haley Show, and my guest today is celebrity psychic medium Matt Frazier. How are you, Matt? And your book we talked about last time on the show. I'm sure it continues to get really great reviews, and people are loving it, aren't they?
Oh my God, yes. You know, what's so beautiful is that the more that you learn about the other side, the more that you realize that there is life after death and that your loved ones aren't far away. You can still communicate with them, talk with them, and connect with them.
Yeah, and that's something that is a gift that keeps on giving in so many ways. And I think from people that read the book start saying, maybe I heard, maybe they were trying to speak to me, right? That's what you're getting in feedback from the book.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that people have already have experiences, whether you dreamt of a loved one, felt a loved one, felt something that you couldn't explain. What I really want to show people is that there is a hidden language between the living and the dead. And in my new book, Don't Wait Till You're Dead, I'm actually sharing it through another lens. I'm actually sharing with people what your loved ones go through when they pass away. There is a transition time into heaven. And you may have heard psychics and mediums talk about this, that you just don't transition on into heaven. There's something that happens when you die, and it's called the life review.
Yeah, and that's very, very interesting. So you figured that out through what types of things got you to know you have that gift?
So when I was a little boy, I grew up like that boy from The Sixth Sense. I mean, I could see and hear and sense people who had passed away. But, you know, growing up, Neil, I didn't realize that this was something that I had. I didn't realize I had an ability. I literally just thought that the house was haunted. I thought where I was going was haunted. I didn't realize that what I was sensing and feeling was real. Like what I was sensing and feeling were souls that had passed away and that, you know, these were souls that wanted to communicate. I thought that they were just ghosts. So it wasn't until later on in life, as I got older, that I really looked into this. I wanted to look into this ability that I kept running away from. I wanted to look back into this ability that I kept pushing away. And I realized one thing. I realized that this was an ability that I could use to help people to heal.
Absolutely. And that healing process is an amazing journey to have people heal because a lot of times they haven't gotten over that loved one or they not had complete closure. How important is closure, Matt?
Oh, it's so important. I mean, I see people every single day who are struggling to heal from a loved one's passing because there's something that was left unsaid. Maybe they didn't get to say goodbye and they wonder if there's still a message for them. Maybe it's that that person on the other side, you know, passed tragically and they're wondering, what if, what if? Well, that's where I come in. You know, my whole goal as a medium is to help people find the answers so they can finally put to bed their questions. They can finally start to heal. You know, for example, there was this woman that I was just reading for who lost her husband, and her husband was actually they didn't know where he was. He was lost before his death. They found him 3 weeks later in the woods, and nobody knew how he had died. You know, it was said that he passed of suicide. They didn't know why or what had happened, and it wasn't until the reading that he was able to explain to her what caused his passing and what happened that day. And finally, she could feel a little bit of peace because when we lose a loved one, we're stuck in those last moments. We're stuck in watching that loved one not being able to breathe, watching that loved one suffer, watching that loved one, you know, before they take their last breath. So for me as a medium, I want to show people that your loved ones aren't suffering anymore. They're in a good place, and here's how you can get in touch with them.
No, no doubt. And that's the power of what you've learned and help them. And you're hoping that more people find this gift, right, Matt?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want to let people know that there's a hidden language between our worlds and the spirit world, and that's through signs. Signs like dragonflies, butterflies, repeating numbers are all ways that our loved ones are using to get our attention. So pay attention to everything that you're sensing and feeling. Pay attention to all of the messages that are around you and know that you have your own gift of communication.
And we can create those things through those experiences. So, for example, when I see a cardinal, I think it's my father all the time, looking down at me, coming to see me. Somehow, I don't know why it's a cardinal. It's a cardinal. I lost him about 6 years ago, and I feel that. I feel that type of thought process, and I'm still not over my best friend dying in my father, and it's tough at times. And I guess I, kind of bottle it up all the time, you know what I mean? But it's really, that's the kind of death that I still am not over completely. Did not finally get that closure that I ever wanted. But at least I know, and the times I see things like a cardinal, I know it's my father.
Well, you never truly get over it. I mean, that's the one thing that I can tell you. When you love someone so much and they leave this world, that you miss them. I mean, psychics and mediums come to me all the time. I just had this woman who came to me. She's a medium. She's a good medium. She's a real medium. You know, for years and years and years, did this work of helping connect with their loved ones. And then after her mom had passed away, was in deep grief because she wasn't sensing or feeling or connecting with her own mom. And what she didn't realize was that she was going through grief. It wasn't that her mom wasn't with her. It wasn't that she lost her ability. It wasn't that, she lost faith. It's that she was going through grief and didn't realize that grief could touch her. It doesn't matter if you're a priest, doesn't matter if you're a medium, doesn't matter how much faith you have, we all go through it. And, even if you know there's another side in the afterlife, there's something about missing a loved one's physical presence that, is just something that, is always there. It's always a pain that stings. But, the truth of it is that when you learn how to communicate with their world, it helps to ease the process.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does ease that process. And you do it on a regular basis. Do you work with people one on one still, or what do you do? Or are you more group? How do you, or just talking to people about it, Matt? Or
So
what do
right
you?
now, I reach people in so many different ways. One is through my live events. I'm on the biggest tour of my life right now, all across the United States and Canada, helping people connect with their loved ones. The second is through my books and teachings, is that I have a bunch of books that are out. My new book, Don't Wait Till You're Dead, is coming out in just a few weeks. And then also through my courses and online readings as well. I mean, there's so many ways that I try to help people and really show people that a couple of different things. That one, their loved ones are with them. Two, there is an afterlife on the other side. And three, this is how your loved ones are helping you now. So I think that when people have those tools and that knowledge, that it just helps them to keep moving forward with their life.
Absolutely. It's something for sure that people do. And the more you go out there and tell people to look out for those things, the more sense of peace they develop, Matt, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So you're making where are some of the places you're touring right now in your live events? Where are you going to be coming next?
So Las Vegas is one of my most favorite tour stops. I'll be in Las Vegas in October. I'm also coming to Arizona. I'm coming to New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Florida. You name it, I'm going to be there. Like I said, it's the biggest tour that I've ever been on. So if you head to my website, meetmattfrazier.com, not only can the dead find me, but the living can find me as well.
All right. And people can pick up your book anywhere. Don't Wait Till You're Dead is available in all finer bookstores. Check it out on Amazon and everything. We appreciate it, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. And it was great catching up again.
Thank you.
All right. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show.